Hey guys, I want to talk about lesson 7.2 multiply fractions in whole numbers. And we'll start out with a word problem here. It says Margot was helping clean up after a class party. There were 3 boxes remaining with pizza in them. Each box had 3/8 of a pizza left. How much pizza was left in all? Okay, so there's several different ways to think about this problem. But let's start by drawing a picture. So instead of drawing the box, I'm going to draw each pizza. So if there were 3 boxes with pizza in them, that means there used to be 3 pizzas inside. And if there's 3/8 of a pizza left, that means, well, the pizzas were cut up into eighths. All right. So I've cut each pizza into eighths. And now I'm going to shade in 3 out of those 8 slices for each pizza to show that each of the 3 remaining boxes of pizza contains 3/8 of a pizza left. All right, so I can look at this picture and simply count how many eighths I have. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I have 9/8 of pizza left. And then I could change or simplify my 9/8 into a mixed number, and that wouldn't be too hard. All I would have to do is remember that 9/8 is really just 9 divided by 8, with 8 going into 9 only one time. And then I can convert my remainder 1 into a fraction by writing it over the divisor 8. And so I have 1 1/8 pizza left, or 9/8 pizza left, if you want to leave the answer as a um, improper fraction. But there's different ways still that we could solve this problem. So this is the first way we used was using pictures to help us. But another way we can think about this is by multiplying the 3 boxes that are left by the 3/8 amount of pizza left in each box. So I have some options on how to multiply 3/8 by 3 as well. If you guys remember, multiplication is really just repeated addition. And so in this case, 3/8 times 3 just means add 3/8 3 times. We know the 8 stays the same because we never add or subtract denominators. Then we add up our numerators, 3 plus 3 plus 3, and we get 9. So again, we get 9/8, or if you remember, it simplifies to 1 1/8. And so repeated addition is another strategy that you can use to solve this problem. But there's still another way that you could multiply this. Recall again that all fractions are division problems. And since that's true, I can rewrite my 3 wholes as 3 over 1. Because if I divide 3 by 1, I'm going to get 3. So I really didn't change the value. But writing that 1 below in the denominator is going to come in handy. So multiplying these two fractions together is actually really, really simple. I'm going to multiply my two numerators, and that's going to give me the numerator in my product. And then I'm going to multiply my two denominators together, and that's going to give me the denominator of my product. And again, we see that 9/8 pizza is the answer to the story problem. So no matter how you decide to work a problem out, when you're multiplying a fraction and a whole number, whether you draw a model, whether you use repeated addition, or whether you use fraction multiplication and remembering to put a 1 underneath the whole number, you arrive at the same answer. So I want to try something here. I'm going to clear the page here, and I'm going to draw a model. And I'm going to be modeling a fraction by times a whole number or multiplied by a whole number problem. So let's see if you can figure out what problem that would be. So let's see. You'll have to apologize. My drawings are not perfect. In a perfect world, my drawings would be equal and do a better job of realistically showing the fractional parts. But I hope you get the idea. I'm also trying my best here to stay in the lines, which has been a problem for me for a long time. Okay, so I have a model. My question to you is, can you pull out the whole number in the fraction from this model to figure out what multiplication problem I'm modeling? Well, how many total objects do I have here? Well, I have 4. So now I'm going to be multiplying 4 by something. And if I look at each object's been divided into thirds. So I know that I'm multiplying by a fraction that has 3 in the denominator. And I also notice that only 1 out of the 3 fractional parts, or thirds, has been colored in. So the model above represents 4 times 1/3. And I can figure this out easily by using the model. I know I have 1, 2, 3, 4 thirds represented. And so my product of 4 times 1/3 is 4 thirds. I can also put a 1 underneath my 4 here, multiply the numerators 4 and 1 together to get the 4 in the numerator place in the product. And I can multiply my 1 and 3 in the denominators to get my product's denominator of 3. So you see, it's actually pretty straightforward. You may be asked to look at a model and figure out what fraction and whole number multiplication problem is happening. Or you might use a model to help you solve a given whole number to multiply by a fraction problem. So I hope this helps, and I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow morning, where we will go over a few more examples like this. Remember to continue working on your workbook pages as well as the online assignments. Thank you, and have a great night.